Neptunus Equester and the festival of Consualia belong to the oldest and most archaic layers of Roman religion, and reflect a time when early Rome was still a pastoral and agricultural society in the region of Latium. These traditions were closely connected with the importance of horses in early Roman life, especially in transport, farming, and warfare. Both the cult of Neptunus Equester and the festival of Consualia were associated with ancient sacred places around the Circus Maximus, located between the Palatine Hill and the Aventine Hill, an area that preserved some of the earliest religious traditions of Rome. Although Neptunus later became known primarily as the god of the sea, in early Roman religion he also had an important aspect as Neptunus Equester, the protector of horses and horse breeding. This title connected him with horse races and chariot competitions that were held during important festivals. In this older form, Neptune was probably associated not only with water, but also with underground springs and fertile land, since horse breeding depended on good pastures and reliable water sources. His role as a horse god parallels the Greek idea of Poseidon Hippios, the horse-associated form of Poseidon, and suggests a very ancient Indo-European tradition linking divine power with horses. The Consualia was one of the oldest agricultural festivals in Rome, and was dedicated to the obscure deity Consus, a god connected with stored grain and underground fertility. Consus had a sacred altar located at the southern end of the Circus Maximus, and this altar normally remained buried beneath the ground. It was uncovered only during the festival, emphasizing the god's association with hidden and subterranean powers that protected the harvest after it had been stored. The Consualia was celebrated twice each year, on August 21st after the harvest, and on December 15th during the winter storage season, marking important moments in the agricultural calendar of early Rome. One of the most distinctive features of the Consualia was the central role of horses and draft animals. On festival days, horses, mules, and donkeys were decorated with garlands and freed from their usual work. Chariot races and riding contests were held in the Circus Maximus, making the festival both a religious ceremony and a public celebration. These equestrian events created a close connection between Consus and Neptunus Equester, since Neptune was regarded as the divine protector of horses. Later, Roman writers sometimes interpreted Consus as an aspect or companion of Neptune, because both were linked with horse rituals and ancient rural traditions. The Consualia also became famous in Roman tradition because of its connection with the legendary abduction of the Sabine women. According to Roman historians, especially Livy and Plutarch, Romulus invited the neighbouring Sabines and other Latin communities to attend the Consualia festival. During the games and celebrations, the Roman men seized the Sabine women in order to provide wives for the growing Roman population. This event, known as the Rape of the Sabine Women, became one of the central myths of Rome's foundation, and shows how important the Consualia festival was in early Roman society as a gathering that attracted many neighbouring peoples. The connection between Neptunus Equester and Consualia reveals an early stage of Roman religion in which divine powers were closely tied to practical aspects of daily life, such as farming, animal husbandry, and warfare. Before Rome became a maritime power, Neptune's identity was not limited to the sea, but included control over life-giving waters and the animals that depended on them. Horses represented mobility, military strength, and aristocratic prestige, so their protection became a matter of religious importance.